All right, welcome. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the discovering the success mechanism within you, and also show you a powerful exercise where, basically you can get your mindset focused on the successes of the past to be able to forge a powerful future. So this training is going to be relevant for you if you're looking to create the future for yourself in some area of your life, and you're running into, I don't feel confident that I can create these changes, or potentially the world around me, isn't going to support me to create these changes. If that's you, I want you to continue watching this training, and I'll show you this exercise that I'm going to take you through, because it's a powerful exercise. It's one I've been using for years, and it's created powerful results for me to really just step into my own authenticity, my own trust, and my own confidence. So buckle up. Here we go. So this training comes out of a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, which was written by Maxwell Maltz. And this book, if you haven't gotten it already, I highly recommend you get a copy of it. And the whole idea of the book is to shift the reader to a place where they feel just much more natural and authentic in their self-image. And so I'm going to walk you through just a short lesson on, how we actually create what's the success mechanism, and then how do we actually foster it in our lives. So where we want to start first is this idea of the self-image. So we all have an image of how we see ourselves in relation to the world. We may see ourselves as skilled and confident in some areas of life, but also have fears, or we get embarrassed or feel unworthy in other areas of life. So even just think for yourself for a minute. Where do you feel like you have absolute confidence in your abilities, and where do you feel that that fear comes in, or that you might make a fool of yourself? So there's two important points that are related to self-image: that your actions, feelings, and behaviors are all consistent with your self-image, and that your self-image can be changed. This means that you can actually enhance your self-image on your own. So how can you do this? Well, first of all, we have to understand that we are goal-striving beings. So that means that when we have a purpose or a goal in front of us, it actually really allows us to live a life of fulfillment. We get creative, we get dynamic, we get connected. And this is what really separates us from animals out in the world, is that we have this ability to think and create the future that is in front of us. So I really want you to get this, that when we have a sense of direction, when we're able to create the future in front of us, it in itself creates a much more fulfilling life. And yet, here's the catch, is that we have what's called an automatic mechanism. And so if you think about this, there are times where, you're just moving along and you're in a positive state and things get created from that place. But what about when you're in a negative state? Do you notice that negative things can also be created? Well, that's because in this automatic mechanism, it's because our mind is unconscious a good majority of the time. So we're not consciously controlling our thoughts at all times. And this is that automatic mechanism. So we either operate in a success mode, or we operate in a negative mode. And the goal here is to be able to train your mind to focus on heading down the path of success, that rather than focusing on the negative. So if you tell your brain that you're awkward or introverted, or that you can't meet new people without feeling embarrassed, well, your brain is actually going to look for the past experiences that uphold this truth. So we need to be in the awareness of this. We need to be able to catch our behaviors and our thinking as much as possible, and steer it back towards a more successful way of being. So this is what we're going to be doing in the first part of this exercise of creating your achievements list. So, and let me dive a little bit more into this, into how this works. So oftentimes when we look to create the future, we're creating it from the past. And what's worse is that we're often looking at the negative experiences of the past, right? So I failed in asking this person out, or I went for a promotion and I didn't get it, or I had a health and fitness goal and it didn't manifest. And so now what we're doing is we're basically putting ourselves in a negative state looking to create the future. So what we're actually looking to do here is shift this narrative. We're looking to um, be able to create a a reflective state. And if I say that more clearly, we're looking to actually create a process where we can look at the past and see all the successes, the fulfilling experiences we've had, those magical moments that really light us up. Because when we can get into that state, then we get to actually create a much more powerful future. So this is where we start in this first part of this exercise, is the creating of your achievements list. Um, so let's do this together in this moment. I'm going to walk you through this, and this is going to be in the moment. Um, and before I dive into that, I would just want to give you a few prompts. So when we look at the past successes, the one thing that we want to be mindful of here is that we're not just looking at like the big ones, the big milestones that, maybe we achieved once or twice in our life. We really want to get into the process that, a success could be anything. It could be that you had children, you learned to tie your shoe, you learned to ride a bike, you graduated high school. Maybe somebody gave you a positive comment. Maybe you made a new connection at a networking event. Maybe you won an important game all the way back in elementary school. Maybe there was a time that you stood up for yourself. Maybe there was a time that you handled conflict with ease and power. And this is where we want to get connected to as a human being, just being able to see all the places that we've had these amazing moments, these amazing successes. So I'm going to walk you through this in the moment. So give me 1 second here. Coming back here. Okay, great. So let's do this together. So, when I'm in this process here, I'm just going to go, right? So I'm just going to look at like what are 5 moments in my life where I felt a moment of success, right? So let's start with the easy ones. I'm a coach, right? So one of the things that really lights me up is when I have powerful conversations. So um, in the last week, I had 3 powerful conversations that really made a difference for men. Something simple like that. Um, through my work with my coach is over the years, I feel more genuine, authentic, and confident, right? That's what's been created for me over the years. Um, what was success for me? That I played basketball in high school and had the opportunity to redshirt for a college team. What else is meaningful for me? That I have 2 boys and they light up my life. Um, that I'm a good person and I love connecting to people in deep ways. So again, this is very simple, right? We're just playing with this, right? We're playing with how we show up in the world. And the beauty of this is you could look at last week, you could look at last year, you could look at 20 years ago. There's no limitations to this. But the idea here is that we're fostering, we're really fostering just who we are, through the things that we've created, through the ways that we've been in the world, the things that we've done. So this is the first part of it, is just getting in tune with this. Now, give me a second here. I'm going to shift back. Now, a bonus to this is that we also can take this a level deeper, right? Because a lot of that success and achievement was looking at the doing, whereas we also want to get connected to the being. We want to get connected to um, the deepest levels of who we are. That, imagine that if we never had to achieve or create success again, what would be the innate qualities, characteristics, or values that really make a difference for you, that are really meaningful for you? And I think that this really speaks to the heart of who we are as human beings. So this is going to look different for each person, but I want you to allow yourself to look and sense into the qualities that you're proud of. And a few examples could be that maybe you bring courage or love, maybe bring connection, wisdom, play, leadership, or light. So just allow yourself to explore. You don't have to get hung up on this or get this right, but just allow yourself a few minutes to reflect on the qualities within you that you really like about yourself and are meaningful to you. So I'm not going to go back to that document, but like some of the things that I would share about myself, right? Like what qualities do I like about myself? I like that I have integrity. I like that I bring a sense of mastery to the things that I want to learn. I like my sense of humor. Um, I like connection. I like the connection that I bring to the world. Um, I like the care that I bring for others as well. So again, these are just sort of off the cuff, right? And you may not be able to throw these off the cuff as quickly as I am in this moment, and that's okay. Again, this is practice. Practicing the building of that achievements list, practicing, the building of your qualities of being as well. And so, same thing, you want to take those qualities that you see in yourself and add those to your document. Again, this process shouldn't take you more than 5 or 10 minutes. But the beauty of this is now it starts to build a foundation for your future. So, what you can do with this is start to review this list on a daily basis and start to really get connected to even 5 minutes a day, how you're showing up in the world, the things that you've created in the past that are really meaningful for you, and also the qualities that you bring to the world. Because now what you want to do is as you get yourself into that positive, um, engaged, just fulfilled state, well, now you actually have a new way of looking at creating the future. And so, for example, how I would look at this is like, say, for, an example that I want to show up more confidently when it comes to conflict with my wife. So, what I would do first is think about, well, where are times in my past that I've been able to handle conflict? Again, when it comes to our automatic mechanism, we're just feeding it information. So, you could look at a time where you handled conflict powerfully in any area of your life, whether maybe it was at work or way in the past. It doesn't matter because you're just priming the automatic mechanism there. And so I would reflect on, oh yeah, I remember that time that I handled that conflict and it went well and things were peaceful. And now you go have that conversation with your wife because you're in a much more, flowing and peaceful state. Or say you want to get a promotion at work or a raise at work. And so again, the place that I would look at is, well, where have I showed up powerfully at work? Where have I made a difference? Where maybe in a past career have I asked for a certain amount of money in negotiation? Maybe I asked for a raise. Maybe I asked for benefits. This is the dynamic that we want to get into because now we're priming our mind for success. We're looking at those past successes, those qualities of being that we bring, and now we're fostering a new future. So the practices that I want you to take on from this are as follows. Grab yourself a piece of paper or a document, and I want you to list 5 past successes or achievements that you've had. This is part 1 of the exercise. And build this list up to 25. And then, so start with 5, and then maybe over the next couple of days, you just add more. Once you've completed your 5, I want you now to list 5 qualities that live within you that you're proud of. And all you have to do is take this document and place it somewhere in your home or your office, somewhere that's visible for you. And for bonus points, print out multiple copies and just put them everywhere so you can see them. So now, once you've completed your list, I want you to review the document on a daily basis for 5 minutes and allow yourself to be connected to the past successes but also the qualities that you bring to the world. And then the practice becomes, when you think of something that you want to create in the future, get connected to this place. Maybe even review this document. And then take that next action step that's necessary to fulfill on the future that you want to create. So allow yourself to play with this exercise, and don't allow yourself to settle for that you don't have any achievements or qualities that you're aware of. And if you get stuck, invite a partner, a close friend, a family member, or a coworker to support you taking this exercise on. And this is really the first step in cultivating that confidence and truth and the enhancement of your self-image. So let me know what you think of these practices, and I'd love to hear about how you're incorporating all of this into your life. And for those of you that would like to take this a step further, would like to have support in really building the foundation of your confidence and your trust in how you're showing up in the world and the things that you can create, come book a call with me, and I'll share more ways that you and I can work together. We'll have a 45-minute to an hour conversation where we're going to sit together and really explore the possibilities of your life, really see what it would be meaningful for you to create through this exercise and through some other tools and concepts and approaches, and we'll see if there's a fit for you to come into one of my group or private coaching programs. So um, I will put a link that you can book that strategy session with me. And also, for those of you who are like, I don't know where this even came from, there's a PDF document that I've written in alignment with this video. So if you haven't gotten a copy of the PDF, just let me know. Reach out to me via email at andrew@andrewmundy.com, or send me a message on social media, and I'll be happy to get you a copy of the PDF. So take on these exercises, and I look forward to hearing about all the amazing things that get created from you fostering this new way of being.